So, I was reading your papers and on the difference between surveillance and reconnaissance, and I've noticed a theme of confusion or a little bit of uncertainty. And I started reading. I don't know. Went into the learning modules and started reading, and he's talking about GPSs and stuff like that. Um, I think that's an error. I think that was actually maybe the people, the course development folks, misunderstood or something and plugged it into the wrong area. And so you guys shouldn't have to be held accountable or shouldn't have to suffer through that or get bad grades because somebody made a mistake. So I went ahead and graded your papers according to the standard in the class and so forth. And I'll get things changed on my end, but I just wanted, it's important that you understand the difference. For example, a lot of the things that we were talking about, surveillance is kind of, you're watching an area for activity. Electronic or covert tracking is a form of surveillance. Because you're keeping track and you're tracking the movements of an individual, and the tracker, could easily give you real-time data, or it could be recording where they're going, and when you retrieve the tracker, then you could actually download and find out where the individual's been and so forth. Anyway, a lot of the examples that you were discussing in your papers were examples of surveillance. So, what is reconnaissance? All right, let's talk about reconnaissance. Let's say that I was going to go conduct surveillance on a house. I really don't know the surrounding area of where the house is located. I don't know where the neighbors' houses are in relationship to the house that I'm going to conduct surveillance on. So I would drive down to that area and take a look at the area in which I'm going to conduct surveillance. That's called reconnaissance. I'm going to go down and recon the area. I'm going to look the area over and see if the area is going to be conducive, or we're going to be able to conduct our surveillance in the manner in which we want to conduct it. Now, in the case of one of these terrorists, they had a sister or something like that, located a place, and you guys were going to put surveillance onto it. All right, well, how do we know that the individual is not already living there? So where reconnaissance would come into play is when the lady leaves to go to the store. We would send a couple of agents into the house to look for signs that the bad guy's there. They would look the area over and try to locate any evidence that indicates that the bad guy is in the house, or the bad guy has been to the house, or look for phone numbers written down that the bad guy has called his sister. And then after you've looked the house over in detail, then you slip out the window and you're gone. That's reconnaissance. Sitting on the house, watching the house is surveillance. Let's say you think something is going on dirty at nighttime at the area where the fertilizer was stolen. Alright, well, you'd send a team down there to make entry into the fertilizer area or the hardware store, whatever. Take a look around, see if it looked like there's any activity going on, or any activity had been going on that of an illegal nature. You're reconning the area. Or you are going to say, okay, they're going to blow the dam up. You've already come to the conclusion in your intelligence that they're going to blow the dam up. So let's go to the dam and let's take a look at the dam itself. Let's look at the entry and the exit points, and let's look at some of the places that the bad guy could hide. and we'll recon the area. We're going to go to the area and do a reconnaissance on the area to see if, in fact, the bad guy can see see what he needs to see, or if there's any signs of criminal activity in these areas, or if we go to the area and say, okay, this is the entry point, this is the exit points and stuff. When we come here and we start conducting surveillance, you can set a team up at the entry point, the exit points, and my nose itches. I must be getting to get some visitors. So whenever you go into an area and you're just kind of looking the area over to see if you know, for the first time to get a lay of the land per se, that's reconnaissance. When you're tracking somebody, or you're watching somebody, or you're watching for somebody, that's surveillance. I hope this helps. A lot of the time your reconnaissance will be in the shadows. There'll be a shadow reconnaissance. This is where you start getting into quasi-illegal activities, where you're breaking into houses to look the house over for signs of criminal activity. This is where you're stealing somebody's cell phone. You're breaking into the house and stealing somebody's cell phone, or you're getting a lay of the land in order to get a good idea of how to conduct surveillance. Anytime you're taking a look in an area to collect intelligence or that nature. I hope that helps. After watching this video, if you still don't understand the difference, please send me an email, and I will try to address it in another manner. I'll try to approach it in another manner. But again, thanks for all you do. You did a great job in the class. I will straighten the reconnaissance up. You don't need to critique it or anything like that. At the end of the course, I will take care of it. And also, I found some things in the rubrics I'm not real happy with. The rubrics to me are inconsistent. I don't know whether you've noticed that or not, but I did as an instructor, because I'm either forced to give everybody excellence because there's no section for proficiency or proficient, and some areas I got to give everybody proficient because there's no areas for exceptional work. So I'll take that. No need to critique it. Nothing bad. I'll take care of it on my end. We're not going to penalize you at all, one iota. Again, if you're having troubles turning in an assignment because you're having computer troubles or nothing like that, no big deal. Don't sweat it. I'm not gonna send my ninja assassin squad out to kill you. Do like you have been doing. Just let me know in an email. I'm having troubles. I'll get it as soon as I can, because my theory is this is online class. You take an online class for the flexibility. So as the instructor, I need to be flexible. And also, I want you to turn in a good assignment versus a crappy assignment. So I'd rather you be 3 or 4 days late on an assignment and turn in a good assignment than be on time and turn in crap. Lack of a better word. Take care. You guys are great. Again, I hope that I'm teaching some classes next, and I'd love to have all 4 of you in our class, or in my class again, whatever it is. You guys take care.